Welcome to Beyond the Buzz, where curiosity meets clarity. I'm Dr. Tara Morrows, scientist and communicator with decades of experience translating complex human research into clear, evidence-informed insight. Today, we're talking about wearable health monitors and self-tracking behaviors. These include watches, rings, and apps that track steps, heart rate, sleep, and daily movement. They promise insight into our bodies and often better health decisions. Self-tracking is now part of everyday life. Many people check their data before they check how they feel, but numbers don't always translate neatly into healthier choices. Let's take a closer look together, starting with what's driving the buzz. Wearable health monitors have moved quickly from niche gadgets to mainstream tools. They are marketed as simple ways to stay informed, motivated, and in control. The scale is striking. Worldwide wearable device shipments were forecast to reach about 538 million units in 2024, growing year over year. That means hundreds of millions of people are engaging in some form of daily self-tracking. The economic picture reinforces this momentum. The global wearable technology market was estimated at over $84 billion in 2024 and is projected to more than double by 2030. This growth reflects a strong belief that monitoring health data leads to better outcomes. But popularity doesn't always equal understanding, especially when behavior change is involved. So before we assume tracking automatically improves health, it's worth pausing. Let's check the evidence, our kind of receipt check. This is the moment to pause and ask the questions that matter. What's the evidence? What's the source? And how do we know? Here's what the evidence shows. Researchers have studied self-tracking and wearable monitors across many health behaviors. Most studies focus on physical activity as a measurable example of self-tracking in action. A large umbrella review in the Lancet Digital Health examines systematic reviews and meta-analyses on wearable trackers and health outcomes. A systematic review means researchers gather and evaluate all high-quality studies on a topic using defined methods. This review found wearable devices can lead to small to moderate increases in daily physical activity. In simple terms, many people move more after they begin tracking their behavior. And this is where the story becomes more complicated. Another systematic review and meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials in healthy adults found similar effects. Randomized controlled trials compare groups assigned to use a device or not, reducing bias. These studies showed modest improvements in activity, but wide variation between individuals. When researchers examined people with chronic cardiometabolic conditions, like heart disease or type 2 diabetes, results were mixed. Wearables were associated with increased activity, but effects were often small or inconsistent when used alone, and more reliable when paired with supports like coaching, feedback, or structured goals. A 2024 umbrella review expanded this view beyond steps alone. It found wearables may reduce sedentary behavior and support activity, but effects are usually modest and not universal. Long-term engagement is a key limitation. Many users reduce or stop using their devices over time, limiting sustained behavior change. Across reviews, one conclusion appears consistently. Self-tracking tools can support change, but they rarely drive it on their own. So why does this trend resonate? Self-tracking turns internal experiences into visible data. Heart rate, sleep, steps, and trends feel concrete and actionable. Research shows self-monitoring can increase awareness and reflection. That awareness may support motivation, especially at the beginning of behavior change. Wearables also fit modern life. They are passive, automated, and feel objective. But numbers can feel authoritative, even when they lack context. Data may reflect patterns without explaining meaning, effort, or well-being. For some people, tracking feels empowering. For others, it becomes stressful, confusing, or easy to ignore. That mix of insight and overload helps explain both enthusiasm and fatigue. So what's the takeaway? Stepping back, the evidence tells a nuanced story. Wearable health monitors and self-tracking can support awareness and modest behavior change for some people. But effects vary widely, and sustained change often requires motivation and context beyond the device itself. Many people turn to data for certainty, and it often can't provide it. So if this leaves you torn between curiosity and caution, you're not alone. Your evidence edit moment. When you look at self-tracking data, ask what it helps you understand, not just what it records. Is the information guiding reflection or shaping helpful habits? If the data supports awareness or motivation, it may be useful. If it creates pressure or confusion, it's reasonable to step back and reset how you engage with it. Data should inform decisions, not define your health. Something to reflect on. Which health numbers help you listen to your body? And which ones drown it out? If you found this useful, follow Beyond the Buzz and share it with a friend who likes a little science with their scroll. You can also explore the full evidence and vote in the Clarity poll in the Evidence Edit. Until next time, stay curious and stay kind to your mind. This is Beyond the Buzz, cutting through the hype because evidence is empowering.